will please feel free to do that. I will make sure that we don't have background feedback here. Heather, if you could mute the line, that would be awesome. Oh, I probably have to go unmute myself, I know.
Everyone else is muted. Go. You have not unmuted yourself, my friend. I hit the superpower button. You need to unmute yourself.
Heather, okay.
You gave me superpowers. That's the problem with the Shreducator.
Jesse's got his shirt. Rawr! I love it. I love it. Do you guys know that the butter thing, did you guys see the little butter tray that said ER and then it had a picture of a butt on it? And do you know that I didn't get it? I didn't get it at all first. I mean, I must be blonde, but at first I'm looking at the thing and I'm going, someone made an ER butter thing. That's fantastic. It's the butter butt. And then my son looks at it and he goes, my son who's 7 goes, butter. It's fantastic. Welcome everybody to the ER Shred Come Alive call. My name is Sean Escobar and my wife could not be with us tonight, unfortunately. She will be on, however, tomorrow night with Miss Susan Rothman on the Shredders Unite call tomorrow night at this same time. And you should be able to find that at www.shreddersunite.com. Make sure you're a part of that group and that you can watch that live or go on our Facebook walls and you can dial in as well if you'd like to be present there on the call. A couple of announcements tonight. And want to remind everybody we have a podcast and that if you miss these calls, if you miss any of our calls, we do 3 every single week. You can go catch up on those on the podcast. You can even catch up on those on the YouTube channel. You can watch those at an accelerated pace. Do you see how fast I'm talking right now? It's because you can watch it this fast. You can watch it whenever you want, Okay. Couple more things. Wanted to thank Jesse and Tim Scott for last night's call. That was awesome. It was very emotional. It was very passionate and just mad respect for those individuals who show up on. And Jesse, it's your call. That should also be a rite of passage, Jesse. So when people come on this call and they share their stories, it's a rite of passage. They actually become everybody can be an ER shredder. Anybody that wants to do ER shred and realize these results through elimination, reset, shred, anybody can become an ER shredder. We welcome all of our like kind. But if you want to become an ER shred warrior, this is the rite of passage. This very phone call is the rite of passage. This is where you graduate from hero to superhero because you are taking your story, you're sharing it forward. You're actually going beyond yourself. That's what superheroes do. Jesse, think of something where we can give designation to those people who come on your call and open up like that because it goes deeper. And these are brave people. These are people that are very vulnerable, and we really appreciate you guys. So thank you for that, Tim. I mentioned the call with Susan tomorrow night. Wanted to thank Colin Greenlaw, Rick Weeden, Crystal Escobar, Lenny Evans, who's on the call for the call on last week's Shredders Unite call. And thank you so much for that. And Lenny keeps showing up. He's here again tonight. And I just want to acknowledge him because he is the spirit of ER Shred. And there's only one spirit of ER Shred. And he and I have had private conversations. He knows what that means. He knows how meaningful that is to me, to Jesse, to Susan, to the whole board. It's very meaningful for us. And so I just want to acknowledge him being on the call. And a couple more things. Tonight we have one more ER Shred Heart. Mimi Terrell, Heart of ER Shred award winners. We're going to announce it right now. And Mimi's on the call. She's always on the call. She's amazing. But just want to recognize on behalf of the ER Shred board, I want to recognize, and I'm referring to all, excuse me, I'm referring to all of these notes because I want to make sure I rip through these announcements quickly. But that is, I just don't want to butcher the last name. because I have butchered many last names. Okay. Drum roll, please. And guys, by the way, yeah, Lenny, I like that. Summer Loffridge. And I hope I said the last name right. Summer Loffridge, we love you. You are so badass. Congratulations on being awarded with the Heart of ER Shred. And guys, I want to ask you to do something for me, all of you that hear this. I would like for you to go into the group, and I would like you to just type in Summer, and I want to get the spelling correctly so that you can go look for it, but it's Loughridge. And it is fun. If you go back and you look at the Hearts of ER Shred, and you go back and you look at all their posts over time, we don't give that award out to anybody unless they've been involved pretty heavily for an extended period of time, at least 6 months. That's because it's meaningful to us. We want people that are sticking. And so, Summer Loffridge, we love you, and we want to thank you so much for all you do and continue to do. And you just got awarded with the Heart of ER Shred Award. So I hope it's meaningful to you like it is to us. We also, last thing, we have a raffle, because every 10 people who share on the ER Shred Come Alive call get entered in a raffle that win ER Shred gear like this. And we've got 10 right here. We've got names from the last couple of calls like Carrie Snyder, like Dr. Keith Schlepper, like Lori Baum, Mike Haas, Sarah Johnson Ohm. They're all here. And I'm going to put them all in here, and I'm going to shake up my Isoline Pro. Should I incubate them? I don't know. Maybe I should I ferment them? I like how some people say, oh, I cooked my shake. Did you cook your shake? All right, here we go. We got winner, steak dinner. The winner is Nicole Berger. Congratulations, Nicole. Big everyone's clapping. Congratulations. I'll reach out to Nicole, make sure she gets her gear. Okay, you guys, so I want to, before I forget at the very end of this call, I want to invite you to come on the Come Alive call if you have not. And I want to invite you to share your story. And if it's been a while, let's say it's been 3 or 4 months, then get with me and let me know you'd like to come on and share an update. Cool? Because everybody loves to hear these updates, and we love to see the sustainability. But if you haven't been on the call and you're being shy and you're scared or whatever, we don't bite. Come share with us, because I guarantee you it's going to be pretty awesome. What it will do is it'll flip a switch inside you, and it'll cause a switch. You flip a switch, it'll cause like a stick. It's almost like when you flip that mental switch, you come on here, you share with everybody from a place of authenticity, how you've done, how you're doing, what you've realized. I know people are scared to do it. And the reason they're scared to do it is because they're worried they're going to lose all the health benefits like they have with so many other things. And then they're going to have egg on their face and they're going to be embarrassed. But believe it or not, all the people that have ever come on this call and shared will acknowledge that it flips a switch inside of you, and then the thing sticks intrinsically, and you maintain those results. First up tonight, this is a good one. We had a couple cancellations, but this is a good one. They're all good. Sharon Pexy, are you out there? Do you know how to unmute, Sharon? You know, I forgot to record again. Crystal's gonna kill me. Oh well, she'll grab it. Sharon, do you know how to unmute? Let me ask you to unmute. Just hold tight. When it asks you to unmute, just go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I got it now.
Hey, you've kind of become like an ER Shred poster child. Those results, wow.
Well, and you know what's the really funny part about it is the first pictures I ever took of myself, I chopped my head off. because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't want,
sure.
I didn't want anybody to see me. And the funny part about it is when I posted my first pictures, it was like in February. And by that time, I think I had lost about 25 pounds. And I thought I was posting it on the ER Shred group, but I accidentally was posting it on my own page. Yeah, And then I had friends calling me saying, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, how did they find that? How did they see that? Hurry up, take it down." And I did. I took it down and I was appalled. And then my friend called me and said, "What happened to that? What happened to that?" And I told her my mistake. And she says, "You got to put that back up there, Sharon." She said, "When I saw that, I was really motivated." And she said, "I want to really do this, you know?"
Yeah.
And she said, "If I saw it, I'm sure other people saw it and other people are going to want to do it too." So, you know,
We're
that,
gonna talk, and I want to not get ahead of ourselves. I want everyone to get to know you just like you did the first time.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I live in Wisconsin.
There's that face she's talking about. Check this out, guys.
Yeah.
Check this out. Wow, I love this. So you're in Wisconsin, and
Oh, it's really, really, really cold today.
and who shared the ER Shred with you?
Kimber Hallbrook.
Kimber Hallbrook is amazing.
Yeah, I love her.
Just total superhero. I get it.
And Bonnie and Connie too. I love those girls too.
They're unbelievable. Check it out, guys. She's here in the flesh. Are you seeing this? Just check it out. Take it in. This is our friend Sharon, who was nervous to post her pictures. Why?
Very.
Yeah, and that's why we want you on here. And I hope that you are feeling more and more comfortable, opening up for others, because that's really what we're doing, is we're opening up to make it safe for other people. Okay, and what is your passion?
What is my passion? Well, I really love animals. I'm a total animal lover.
Yes.
Every animal. And I'm a nurse, so I really care about people, and I want them to be healthy, and I want them to have the education to be healthy.
Yeah.
And I was always really good at that. But, you need to be a role model yourself. If they say, "Oh, if someone's teaching you something and they don't look like they know what they're doing, do you really listen to them?" I don't know,
Okay, I can get with that. I know how that feels, because I can get with that on another level when you're marketing nutritional products and you don't feel your best.
Right.
Yeah. So give me an idea. I want to give you the floor. What is unfolded for you, friend? Like, the picture tells 1,000 words. How are you feeling? How are you doing? What has changed for you? All the good stuff.
Okay, well, when I started, wasn't sure, was I going to be able to do this? I've done the traditional Isagenix program, and this looked different. And I thought, okay, I think I should try this. They said that the cleansing was going to be a lot easier using the bone broth, and it sure was, and eating all that protein at first, I thought, oh God, I don't want to do that either. But, I decided, okay, let's try it. And sure enough, it really made my appetite shrink. I mean, I didn't feel hungry. All that extra protein helped my body get stronger. I was sleeping better. My joints felt better, getting rid of all that sugar from my diet, the diet soda.
Were you eating a ton of sugar?
Not a ton of sugar, but enough, enough of I think more processed crap.
Processed crap, because that's what
it's all hidden. It's all hidden in there. When you start really looking at your labels and seeing what's really in the foods you're eating, you can kind of feel sick about it.
Yeah.
I was having problems with my joints being achy and, horribly, where almost to the point where I was going to have a knee scope done. And then COVID hit, and I started with the shred. And luckily, both of those things kind of coincided, because they stopped all the surgeries at that point because of COVID, which is good, because I would have went in for a knee scope that I didn't need, because it improved. My problems improved. And you really don't want to have, I'm a nurse too. I'm a surgical nurse for 35 years. So
35 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. We need nurses. We totally love and admire all of you that are nurses. We got a lot of nurses, by the way. It's amazing. So thank you for that. But keep going with that. I didn't want to stop you.
Yeah. So, if you do a knee scope, you create scar tissue. Any surgery you do, you create scar tissue, and that's going to cause problems down the road. So they really don't want to do a knee scope unless the person is really pushing for it. And my knee was hurting me so bad that I was like, do anything to make it better. But the ER shred, that knee pain just went away really quickly. And to me, that was a really good blessing, because then I could be more active. And
Okay. I want to key in on that one. Have you been more active?
Yes, really good in the summer, but I need to find something more that I like in the winter.
Cool.
Yeah. So, when you live in the cold climate, we tend to hibernate in the winter, and that's not a good thing. So, I'm still trying to figure out what I like, and maybe some tapes in the house and some weights in the house. But I really like to be outside. I like to go to the pool in the summer and swim. I like to be outside walking my dog.
Yeah.
Things like on a treadmill or a bike in the house. Ugh, just hate it.
Yeah. How's your overall mood?
Oh, that's good.
Pretty solid, pretty stable.
Pretty stable. Yeah. And much more confident,
Okay. Talk to me about that. What is that? How does that show up? What does that look like?
It isn't good when you don't feel good about yourself, and you don't feel good about the way you look and the way other people might see you. And once you start to see yourself differently and realize that you can achieve things once you set your mind to it, that gives a lot of power. And that power, I think, sees us through. It helps us to achieve a lot of things. Once you start on going on a roll, you just can keep on going. And, just, I guess, keep that in your mind all the time, because that's really powerful. I think that once you know you can do it and you've done it, keep going with it. If you mess up a little bit, who cares? Start over, big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect all the time, but I try to do as good as I can. And, the processed foods is pretty much a thing of the past.
How long have you been off all the processed foods? We'll just say like the interior of the grocery store. How long have you been off all that kind of food?
Since I started the shred, and that was November 9th of 2020.
How have you done this? Are you superhuman?
No, like I said, changing the way I ate with eating more protein and finding how it really filled me up. I didn't need anything else. My shakes filled me up. And I like to do a mix of protein, maybe a piece of steak, some shrimp. And then if I was still hungry, it was always scrambled eggs. That was my go-to. And then I could see
That's what Jesse always teaches me. He's like, hey man, he's like, get those eggs in. If you need more, get those eggs in.
And I like eggs, so that wasn't hard for me. So very good. And then as the time went on, I would probably do about one shred at least every month, sometimes every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was probably
so you pretty much have been doing the monthly shred thing now.
Yes. And then I reached my goal weight in July of 2021. And since that time, I probably do cleansing 2 days a month, sometimes 1 day a month, depending.
Okay.
And that seems to do really, really well.
Do you go by feel more so, or do you schedule it?
Yes, I do by feel. And then over Christmas, it's so easy to have like those bad habits creep back in, and like cravings for sugar.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much, a little bit of candy here and there, and you're like, oh boy, you can tell you're craving it again. And then it's time to cleanse and, do a strict shred and get back on track. And I'm pretty proud of myself of the way.
Oh God, wait. What did you just say?
Yeah. I'm proud of myself the way I dealt with the holidays this year.
You should be proud of yourself, period.
All the time. Yeah. I'm learning.
Oh my God. And it's so fantastic. And you're a superhero. And I mean, not only did you take back control, but now you're like this lead actress in your life movie. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it because you are living in a life at its optimal level. Is there any going back for you?
No, absolutely not. Because I know how I feel. You know, if I just have one bad thing, I can feel it. You know, like especially my hands, I can feel that tightness in my hands like right away if I eat sugar. Oh my God. So it's just not
Because you keep saying that word. Is everybody picking up on that? I know all the veteran ER shredders are picking up on that word, feel. I cleanse when I feel I need to.
Yeah.
I don't eat the sugar because of how it makes me feel. But for how many years did we not? We were out. We didn't feel. We were past feeling. We couldn't even interpret. There was nothing.
Well, yeah, it was all focused on calories and, you know, yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to share based on your update, your experience is there anything else you'd like to share?
I would just like to tell people that as you move along, it gets easier. You know, those cleanse days become really simple once your body gets fat adapted. I mean, you're not even hungry. I mean, it's amazing. Usually for me, it was maybe in the night, one night I would feel hungry out of the 2 days, but not anything horrible. And, you know, I would just be thinking about food and I had to change the channel, you know, and say, think of something else. So
there you go. Yeah.
That was always helpful.
And is that not empowerment? I mean, if you think about it, knowing yourself that well, that kind of self-awareness, discover you in 2022, that kind of self-awareness, that's empowerment.
Feels good.
Congratulations, Sharon. Hey, have you shared with anybody else that has also had great results?
Yeah, I have.
I just want to ask you, how does it make you feel when you're able to do that for someone else?
Really good. I probably have 22 people.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Okay,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they're all in different stages. A lot of them are too shy.
It's okay. We want the shy. We want the shy ones.
I know. Maybe some of them would come on if they just talked and they didn't have to do the video piece. I said,
hey, I'm going to put this out there because you said that. I'm going to put this out there. We honor your story. If you're listening out there and you're one of our ER Shred silent ninjas, we love you. We honor your story. And guess what? There is no deadlines. There is no, listen, you're the hero already. And if ever, you don't have to, but if ever you feel called to come on and share, hey, whenever it feels good, whenever it feels right, you'll know. And you'll know if you're not meant to, and that's okay too. And we still honor you and we love you. You're still a valuable member of our tribe. Thank you for that, Sharon, because I needed to say that.
Yeah, thank you.
We love you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys. Whoa, what a way to kick off the call. Oh, I just want you to take in that energy because that could be the call. I hope you guys realize that. That could be the call right there. Wow. Sharon, you're so amazing. And I didn't give her much notice. I said, Sharon, we got to get you on the call. She's like, I'm up to bat. You know, I hit home runs. I'm coming. And thank you, Sharon. You hit a home run tonight. Next up. And by the way, I see Jesse. Jesse's so funny because I seen him in the video. And whenever you say something that makes, he kind of like, it's like a dog seeing a treat. And he's like, Jesse, am I right? And he's like, he wants to dig deeper with you. He wants to, you know, because it's so meaningful for all of us, like Susan, like Heather, like everybody else. It's so meaningful. There's nothing that is more gratifying for us than watching people's lives transform right before our eyes. And Sharon was just the perfect example of that. Patsy Dobbs, are you out there? I'll help you. Maybe you got to unmute.
Okay, I messed the button on my side. Did that help?
How you doing, Patsy?
Doing great.
Patsy, where are you calling from?
From Texas.
from Texas. Wonderful. And who introduced you to the ER shred?
Well, Casey, I don't know how to pronounce her last name for sure. Casey Paloff.
I know her. Yeah, she's dynamite. She's very active in the group as well.
And I watched her and Lenny and their 11-day pictures from the very first shred, and I thought, I gotta get, this is what I want to do.
Wait, you saw Lenny too?
Yeah, and the difference in Lenny's pictures, that very first shred, when his complexion and his facial complexion changed, I knew that this was something I needed to do too, because I've been in Isagenix since 2007. And for them to have that much of a change in 11 days, I knew whatever they were doing. And so I kept watching, and I'm just glad to be here.
Oh man, glad to have you. Lenny, what you think?
I think it's amazing. This is my favorite call of the week. I just love it. I can't wait to just hear every story.
Yeah, me too. Lenny, you changed this person's life, man. Like, that's gotta feel good. I mean, I know it feels good. But I just wanted to thank you again, Lenny, for that. I know you're not going to be on this call the entire time, but your name keeps popping up, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lenny.
Great.
Okay, Patsy. So what's your passion?
Well, my passion is to help people that are like over 50 have the energy to enjoy life, because it's not time to sit on the sidelines. It's time for us to enjoy life and be active in life. And I'm that way now. I used to not do anything, and now I like go for walks and clean house when I don't like to clean house.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. That's cool. So give us an idea. I like your passion, by the way. It's cool. It's awesome when people, their passion is helping others. That's always awesome. So what was your ER shred journey then?
Well, the very first one, I really wasn't sure what I was doing. And I had that old mindset of that, a serving of steak or a serving of chicken or a serving of shrimp was about 4 to 6 ounces. And then I began to listen to everybody and read the comments. And it's like, well, if you were tired and you were sluggish, maybe you just didn't eat enough. Maybe it was because you weren't eating enough. And I realized that, I was eating meat, like I was leaving off the vegetables and just eating what I would have ate of a meat portion. So when I did the second shred, honey, I just filled my plate full. And if I didn't eat it all, then I just put it in the fridge for leftovers and heat it back up later when I wanted something else to eat. And I realized that that very first shred, I didn't eat enough food to go with the 2 shakes a day. I love the way the shakes are. I love incubating my shakes. Oh, that's phenomenal. But so yeah, and the second one is when I really come alive, is because I realized that I wasn't eating enough meat.
I like this. I like this a lot.
It made a difference the second time I did it with you guys.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always trying to teach my customers, the people that are shredding with me, I'm always trying to teach them. They'll say, how much should I eat? And I said, much as you need to. They'll say, what do you mean? And I says, well, don't eat till you're like bursting at the seams, but eat till you're, filled up and satisfied. And then whenever they say, well, I'm a little hungry on a steak and shake day, I'm like, eat, man, eat. Yeah. There's nothing starvation or deprivation about this protocol. This protocol is all about satiation. And that's the difference. So you kind of really realize the difference. You came alive. You said the word come alive. What does that mean to you?
I had more energy. I mean, I live in an 18-wheeler most of the time. Right now tonight, I'm in my car because I'm going back to work, get in that 18-wheeler. But anyway, and so I'm in there, and it's like, it's all compact. And there would be days that would kind of get messy. I got to where as I began to do this and have more energy and feel better, I began to realize that the clutter in my truck bothered me, and I've kept my space and my environment clean, and then go for a walk. I never went for a walk.
Depth, like the depth around that, I find myself being more clean. I find myself being more organized. I find myself being more interested in simplicity and getting rid of junk I don't need. So thank you for pointing that out, because it's another element of the depth of ER shred. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. Keep going.
That's okay. And that, to me, that was really mind-boggling because, you know, I drink a lot of water. Yeah, I know I do the plastic cup bottles, but I live in a truck. And so the bottles used to never bother me, and they bothered me. And I got to where I was just always picking them up. And it was like, and then I would wake up and I just want to go for a walk. And I would get out and go. And when I got to the point where I was needing to go buy groceries, if I couldn't get in with my truck, I've been known to walk 2 miles to the grocery store to get the food, you know, that you buy at the store, to go with the Isagenix shakes, to get the food that I needed, because it was that important that I eat the stuff that serves me.
Hey, what our ancestors have walked a little ways to eat. I mean, I think that was probably their normal. In fact, I think they probably worked all day just so that they could get what they needed to eat and to sustain. I mean, so I get that too. That's amazing. What else?
Well, speaking of ancestors, I was a turkey and chicken girl. Okay, that was my meat, turkey and chicken. When we did this, I discovered that I've definitely got my ancestors in me, because I love ground bison. Oh, ground buffalo meat is so delicious. I've got to where I don't even like ground sirloin anymore.
That is awesome. Yeah, no, I love ground bison. I love moose. I love it all. I dig on it all. So that is so cool. How many pounds did you, when did you first do this? And like, how many pounds and inches have you dropped?
I started after Christmas in 2020. So the January of 2021 is when I very first started, because I didn't have the stuff I needed up until that point to do it all. But the cleanse, like while y'all were doing the cleanse, and I had ordered everything and I had it ready where I could get to it. And so I started in January of 2021, and I went from size 35. Now we're Wranglers. You guys that wear Wrangler jeans, you know that, because I wear flame retardant clothes. So we're Wranglers. I was wearing size 35 to 36. Now I can get in size 32 jeans. I've dropped like 35 pounds. My legs are like 3 inches off each thigh. I mean, it's amazing. And I can bend over in time. I shoot anywhere. I don't have to stop and find a place to prop my foot up anymore, because I've lost so much weight from below my breast to my kneecaps that I could just do things that I thought I wouldn't do anymore, because I couldn't get rid of that stuff.
Oh my heavens, this is so good. So I hope everybody will go in the group. Everybody that shares tonight, go in the group, write down their name, you know, and then go in the group and look at their posts, because their posts are just awesome. And that's you know how Patsy and I started talking, is because I was keying in on your posts. What do people say to you? The people that knew you the most, the best, what are they saying to you about these results?
Well, I had somebody tell me the other day that was very unexpected. He goes, I'm proud of you. He goes, you look good. He goes, you look good all over. And I mean, because we hadn't seen each other a while, because we have, you know, we're not, you know, go to an office 9 to 5 to see everybody every day. We don't see each other, but maybe once every 2 or 3 months, once every 6 months, you know, just coworkers and stuff. And he goes, you look so different. And so that made me feel good, because it was like, yeah, there's people noticing. People have been telling me, well, you need to buy clothes that fit. Well, you know, they still got some tread in them.
That's a good problem to have.
But and you know, the most amazing thing was when I realized, like Sharon was saying, you ate something and it made your hands hurt again. It was like, I didn't realize when I got to the point where I wasn't in constant pain, how long I had been in pain, and the pain is gone.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that pain. It was in the hands?
It was in my hands. It was basically everywhere. And I didn't realize, because I have to fill out a lot of paperwork for my job, because it's a thing where we have to fill out paperwork and send our paperwork in. And so I would hate filling out the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just hate, and I didn't know why I hated it. And then one day I realized that I was filling out all that paperwork, and I thought, this is a breeze. Why did I not like this? Mm-hmm. And I began to realize my shoulders didn't hurt anymore. My elbows didn't hurt. My hands didn't hurt. And so I began to realize it was because the inflammation, the pain in my shoulders, and then it was just gone. And my one testimony thing is, the biggest thing is, I used to live on Dr. Pepper. I had one Dr. Pepper in 2021. And but the thing about it is, I had that one Dr. Pepper, and within an hour and 20 minutes, my hands were so swollen I couldn't hang on to the steering wheel. And I realized that I didn't need any more of those. And so I've not had a Dr. Pepper since. And I used to drink a 12-pack a day on a slow day.
That's
So-
some pretty mad empowerment. That's
So,
some,
yeah.
they're, oh my gosh. You know what? I hope everybody's taking in what you're saying. I hope so, because where do you get these kind of results? You can't pay for these kind of results. I couldn't pay you to get off Dr. Pepper. I couldn't pay you to be able to do little. I mean, that's crazy. You had that much pain just filling out paperwork. How long did you live with that? How long was that hindering you?
For years. I didn't even know I was in pain. That's what was mind-boggling, is I didn't know I was in pain.
Past feeling. You forgot what it was like to even feel good.
Yeah. I didn't even really realize I felt bad until and what I contribute a lot of it to is doing the 2-day cleanses and being consistent with the 2-day cleanses, because I know that's helped move a lot of the toxins out of my body from what I used to eat, because I don't eat what I used to eat at all.
Yeah. No, you're an ER shredder now, through and through. Just wanted to ask you, how are you in terms of mood, and how are you as far as how you feel on a daily basis?
I don't wake up anymore and hate waking up. I used to hate waking up. I would wake up, I would be one of those people that the word that I would use is not something that I would say in front of my mother. And so that was always my first word in the morning. I wake up and I go, oh man, I got to go to work again. I got to get up. I don't have any choice. I got to get up. I don't feel that anymore. When I wake up, I'm ready to get up and go to work because I'm not in pain, but I didn't know I was in pain. Yeah. And now that it's gone, when I wake up in the morning, I'm just ready to get up. It doesn't matter whether I'm working or not working. I'm just ready to get up. And so that's a wonderful feeling.
I got one more question for you. Is there any going back?
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I walked in today to order something to eat, and I told the young man they had sandwich galore out there. And I told him, I said, can I just have sliced beef? He goes, don't you want a sandwich? I'm like, no, I don't like bread. He goes, you don't like bread? But I didn't like bread before I found ER Shred. I just don't like bread. But he didn't understand that somebody would walk up to a sandwich counter and go, I just want some meat. And I just got me some smoked brisket.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I got to ask you this is another pertinent question. By the way, Nicole Berger just came on the call. You won ER Shred gear. Congratulations. One more question. This is from Jesse. Jesse asks, a lot of people say they can't do it because they are on the go a lot. You appear to be on the go a lot. Is this hard for you?
Well, it's hard for me when I can't eat the things I want. That's what's hard. I'm like Jesse. I walk in the store and I go, okay, there's not anything in here I want, And no, I specifically go to good grocery stores. I stock up. I have a refrigerator in my 18-wheeler. I have electric skillet. I have a convection oven. I carried my first roast around with me for 2 weeks before I could cook it, because I didn't understand how I could cook it without onions, potatoes, and carrots. And when I cooked that first roast without the onions and potatoes and carrots, honey, we ain't never running no roast again. I ain't never running a roast again. That was hard because I didn't understand how y'all were doing that at all.
You know what? Wow, you really came alive. Do you know now why we coined this phrase that Lenny Evans really was the one who basically served this up? He said, I came alive. And last week on the call, Bob asked him, he says, why did you come up with the words come alive? And then Lenny goes, because I came alive.
Yeah.
It was man, like... I'm so happy for you, and congratulations. And Are you likely to share this with other people?
Oh yes, oh yes. I did with the lady at the eye doctor's office yesterday. And the thing that I will say is this is something that's happened recently. I ordered some chocolate mint because I like the chocolate mint. I ordered some birthday cake because I like the birthday cake. Well, I have run out of Isolene Pro. Excuse me. After having 36 grams of protein in an incubated shake twice a day, the 24 grams protein, 24 grams of protein shake just are not enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And that's
it's not
again,
because
that's your feels.
I'm hungry. It's not enough protein, just not enough.
It's your feels. You're going by feel. I totally
Yeah.
respect that.
So even though those
Wow.
flavors are good, I just stick with the basics. I'm good.
I'm sorry we have to move on. This was fantastic. Thank you so much. You're amazing. And at the end of the call, I will unmute everybody. I hope you'll stay on because I want everybody to clap for Sharon and you and whoever's next, because you guys showing up, like, to me, I would rather hear these stories and converse with you than the most famous celebrities in the world. To me, you guys are so badass. I hope it fits for you, because that's what comes to my mind is you guys are so badass. All right, Patsy, anything else you want to share before I let you run? I'm sure we're going to hear more from you in the future.
Yes. I'm just glad to be here and just learn more from you guys. I listen all the time and read everything y'all put out there.
Ah, it's so cool. Thank you so much, Patsy. You are so amazing. Okay. Woo! Next one. Do we have Laurel Matarash? I hope I said it right. Laurel Matarash, are you online here? Let me see if there she is. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Okay. Laurel, you there?
Hello. I'm here.
How are you?
Great.
Well, good. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you got some tough acts to follow, but you can't lose here. I mean, we just celebrate everybody. So, where are you calling in from?
I'll say the North Pole, actually. Northern Manitoba,
Yep.
Canada.
Yep. North Pole. I get it. And who shared ER Shred with you?
Well, I'm gonna say about a year ago, I had a couple of friends and we were like talking about this ER Shred and like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm not a meat eater. I'm not interested.
You were not a meat eater.
So, no. Chicken. I like my chicken. So just probably a few months ago, this girlfriend of mine came up and she looked amazing. And her movement was amazing. She could get off the couch, walk around. I'm like, what are you doing? I've been telling you for a year, this is what I'm doing. Like, you got to try it. I was like, oh, whatever. Like, it's meat. I do not eat meat. No, I don't like meat. I don't like butter. I don't like salt. I'm not doing this. But then another girlfriend of mine started doing it and she's like, Laurel, you just gotta try this. Like, I know you've been watching and you've been looking, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Sure, let's give her a whirl. I hate meat, but I'm doing it.
This is a great way to start. How long had you been a non-meat eater?
Well, I started Isagenix probably, it'll be 9 years this next month. So I love my veggies. I love my fruit. She's like, well, you can't have any fruit. Well, I'm not doing it then because I have to have my fruit. So once I just seen their results and the energy back, it was like, I do have to give this a try, but I'm not eating steak and I'm not eating burger and I'm not eating pork, and what can I eat? So it was Glenda. She said, Laurel, you can eat salmon, you can have chicken,
Eggs?
like eggs, bacon. I go, okay, you know what? Just throw it at me. I didn't read nothing. I didn't really look into anything. Tell me what I need, and I'm just going to do this for you, just to shut you up.
Okay.
So I had suffered many years ago with I'll tell you, it's endometriosis. I don't know if
I
anybody's
know
heard
what
about
it is. Absolutely. It's it's when you get things stuck in pockets of the colon, right?
Everywhere. It
Yeah.
can go everywhere in your
Okay.
body, and it can
I'm
grow.
familiar with it a little bit.
So anyways, I had a surgery when I was quite young. And it did relieve a lot of things, but I suffered no sleeping, bloating, like it was terrible.
Probably never ate popcorn your whole life.
Actually, you know what? I did, because
Wow.
I don't know if I should say this on here, but I will, because it's all of us. Popcorn helped me poop.
Ah, I got you. Okay. Did you struggle with salads? I know you love veggies, but did the salads get you?
I didn't eat a whole lot of salads. I guess I
Mhm.
was too lazy to make them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm very
so
familiar with that one because my mom suffered from that as well.
oh
Yeah, it's common. I mean, people don't talk about it, but it's common.
no. Yeah, it is very common. So
Yeah.
back in the day, I would go 30 to 40 days without a bowel movement.
Yeah.
It was awful. So when I was first introduced to Isagenix from my girlfriend Glenda, again, it took her about 8 months to convince me, because I tried everything under the sun to make me feel good and nothing worked. But I finally said, you know what, let's try it. And actually my husband said, just do it. Just try it and see if it works.
Mhm.
And it did. But then the last few months, so this is going on 9 years, and I did have my ups and downs. I won't say I didn't, but I felt good all the time. I had great energy, and I'm an energetic person. Like I do have energy. That's just me. But the last few months, I started getting my tummy aches back, and I thought, you know what, I'm done again. Like, I lived with tummy aches. That was my life. Like, I didn't
I'm
think
so
people
sorry. I know.
didn't live without a tummy ache. Like, it was normal. That was my normal.
Yeah.
So it came back, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, I can't do this. So I started cleansing again. Like, I kind of fell off the wagon a bit, and let's start cleansing again and getting back on track. And I tried it, and just, it wasn't working. And so Glenda kept saying, just try this, Laurel. Like, honestly, you'll feel amazing. So I took the plunge January 4th, and I just jumped right in. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, or I'm not doing it at all.
Right.
It was tough. It was a tough couple days. My husband joined me in it. He's very supportive of everything I do. So he's like, okay, if you're going to do it, I'll do it too. And it was just cooking. Like, the first probably 4 meals I made, I'm like, hopefully this gets better. Because
Yeah.
it was awful.
You just
I'm not gonna lie.
you didn't like cooking the meat?
No.
Okay.
And I think it was because I don't like
I
meat.
want to just say thank you for being honest. Like, I dig it. There's all kinds of people out there, you know what I mean? And I love it when someone's brave enough to say, this was my personal experience. There's always other people that feel the same way. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. It is so true. So I did my first 2 days of eating meat, and you know what, I probably ate more eggs than meat, but then I did my 2 cleanse days. Well, the easiest cleanse days I've had in years, honest to goodness. Like, it was amazing. Like, how are these so easy? Well, I don't have to eat those pucks, and I don't have to, like, okay, every 2 hours, and and where am I now? And like, the bone broth made all the world a difference. I do have to say that. It was like I'm eating a meal. Like, oh, I get to eat. Well, drink, but yeah, and those 2 cleanse days just flew by. I still didn't feel like 100%. And she's like, just keep going, like 11 days. It's only 11 days.
Mhm.
So I continued, and the cooking got better, got easier, with this group and giving some ideas and recipe ideas and meal ideas. And,
Mhm.
I was grateful for it because now I have some good recipes and enjoy what I eat. After my second set of cleanse, my tummy ache's still not going away. So I'm like, "Ugh, I'm going to have to live with this," but I'm getting better energy. I'm feeling better in my head. I'm happier. I'm just feeling better. And it was weird. Like it was a weird better. I don't know.
I know.
So I just continued to eat. And I honestly couldn't believe it. Like I've never been overweight. I've always been like I like the gym. I like to exercise, but I was to the point of not getting up off the couch. Like come home from work, do your duties of night and on the couch. Like I didn't have that energy that I used to have.
Mhm.
And then just one morning I woke up and I'm like, wow, my jeans I haven't worn 3 years, or probably 2.5 years. I put them on and they fit. I'm like, this is crazy. Because I'm not in it to lose weight. I'm in it to feel good.
You bet.
And that made me feel good, of course, because I'm going and buying bigger jeans and I don't want to, but I wasn't wearing jeans actually for months because of my tummy ache. So I was wearing ear tights, Lululemons, sweatpants.
Mhm.
Now I'm back in my jeans and it feels great. But the tummy aches were still there. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going. So I started adding more butter, actually. I did eat butter, but
Mhm.
maybe not enough. Well, let's add more butter to everything. And then I keep shrinking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be 80 pounds and blow away out there in the cold. Like, where am I going? Where's all this stuff going? And then probably now I started January 4th. So today's the 26th. So probably 4 or 5 days ago, I woke up and didn't have my tummy ache.
Oh.
And I was just, I don't know, it makes me want to tear up because it's something I lived with all my life. And then when it came back, it was hard. So then I woke up and no tummy ache. And I'm like, wow, I'm going to do this. And I don't want to quit eating meat ever. I don't want to add nothing. I don't want to put nothing in me because I don't want them back. And then I used to be a gym rat, up in 5 a.m, off to the gym, 40 below, 30 below, 30 above, didn't matter. I'm getting up and I'm going. I haven't done that since COVID started with all the restrictions and everything. Bought myself a treadmill, bought myself some weights. No, don't want to do it. So probably 3 weeks ago, I started back, and it's amazing. Like, why did I stop doing this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm back to me. I'm back to being me. I've gone through a lot of stress in the last few years, just with family and my kids, and I have 7 grandkids to keep up with, and I just need
You have 7 grandchildren?
I have 7 grandchildren.
You don't look old enough to be a grandmother. That's truly great. Good for you.
Thanks. So I needed that, and my grandkids are my life. My family is my life. I need to watch them grow up. I need this. So in saying that, my husband is continuing with me to support me. He was kind of like, this isn't working for me. What are you doing? We'll just keep going or not or whatever. And he continues to support me. And so it is just a wonderful feeling to get up in the morning at anywhere between whatever, 4 or 5:30, get up, come downstairs, do the treadmill, get ready for my day. My morning is my workout. In the evening, I don't work out because then I'm up all night.
Me too. I'm
The adrenaline.
the same way. And Laurel, check this out. Like, watch for this, Kay, because Jesse and I both noticed this, and so many others with fitness, because, I'm kind of one of those, I love fitness. I just love fitness. I've always loved it. And my fitness, ER shred fat fueled, was just different level stuff. It's just nutty. And you'll start to see it. You'll start to see that you start to feel bionic. You start to feel like, wait a minute, this is different level stuff that I've never even seen before. I didn't know I could do these things. And I didn't know I could look this way. So it's coming.
Yeah, like the energy is different.
Yep.
From when I first started Isagenix, like 9 years ago, it gave me energy, but
Yeah.
it was like weird. I'm messaging my friend and I'm like, I have this energy and it's really weird. Like, I can't even explain it. It's your internal everything. Like, I just wanted to jump out of my body, and I don't know, it was weird. It's just different.
Susan's nodding. Susan gets it. Susan gets it because you get it. You get it. Susan gets it. I get it. We all get it because we're still trying to define it. Like, we keep defining it, and then we define it a little more, and people like you help us further define it. So, Laurel, thank you so much. I honestly didn't know. I didn't know all of this about you. So this was really enlightening for me. And you really had me there. I almost lost it because I know what it feels like to have that stomach discomfort. I know what it feels like I know exactly what it feels like to not ever have a normal bowel movement, not ever, for years. And to wonder, like, is that even okay? Like, I know what it's like to get like 5 colonoscopies before the age of 30. It sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah.
So welcome to a new way of living that you actually have some control.
Yeah. In saying that, I guess I lived off about 6 to 8 Isocomfort, Isoflush, whichever you want to call it, a day. Every day.
You stopped
Like,
using
my
them.
husband was not allowed to touch my Isocomfort because I need it. Well, now in, what is it, 22 days, I'm down to 2 a day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
I mean, just saying that explains why it's not in the protocol. Just for those of you that wonder, that's why it's not in the protocol, but it can be beneficial for certain individuals, but it doesn't necessarily need to be in the protocol. We know what we're doing, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wanted to say one more thing. You said it was a weird better, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What a cool way of putting it. And what's funny, Laurel, is like, I remember all my dad, here I am, I'm going through my 20s, my 30s, I'm living the dad life. And I'm like looking at my children and I'm like this zombie, like I'm just like, oh, I'm like this zombie. And I'm looking at my children, especially the younger ones, and I'm like, how do they go all freaking day? And how do they just have all that energy? And how do they sustain? And that for me was a realization when I did ER shred and I came alive. It was a realization that, wait, have I ever felt this good before? And then I thought back and I thought, dang, man, maybe when I was like 11 or 12, and it just feels so good to be back.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you so much, Laurel. We got to go on to our last one. We're at the end of the hour here. Thank you so so much. Please keep showing up in the group. Please keep offering up that depth, because you touched on a lot of depth right there.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Laurel. All right, we got one more. It is, if she's out there, let's look. You know what? The last one that we had out there, I'm gonna actually not tee that up, because I told her to come on and just get a feel for things, and she could always do it at another date. So I just want to honor that, but I just wanted her to come on and get a feel for how things work. With that said, we close it out with some motivation from our ER Shred ambassador and nutrition coach, Jesse James Jamnick. Jesse, this is kind of crazy night, because I feel it's like one of the very, very, very best calls that we've ever had. And yet I think we had several cancellations tonight, which is totally cool. That's fine. But I mean, we only had 3 shares. What did you think, Jesse?
How do you pick? Like the last 3 weeks, something even more special is happening, right? Like, if you guys do you guys notice a trend? First of all, Sharon, I'm so proud of you. Like, Sharon, you know, there's so much more to her story, and I'm just so proud of you. Like, I just want to tell you guys, you know, don't ever give up. Like, the number one key to success is don't ever give up. Like, you notice that theme that keeps coming up. Trust yourself. Go with your gut. Know that you're your own best doctor. Know that you're your own best coach. Like, our job here is not to tell you what to do. Our job is not to tell you what to eat. Our job is to partner with you and walk alongside you and hold you up and pick you up when you fall and guide you along and put you back on the tracks, the proven tracks, the really cemented proven tracks that I mean, the stuff that I've been sharing with Susan scientifically, you know, scientific wise, like, it's so crazy to even pronounce the words. Like, we're talking about stuff that goes beyond telomere markers, DNA, methylome. I mean, guys, listen to me. Don't stop. You know, play with your food. I don't want to tell you what to eat, but I'm going to share with you my way of living now, and I've been doing this for well over 20 years. I'm a very disciplined, very dedicated person when it comes to food. So sticking to this for me, like, my food doesn't change every day. You know, people are like, what do you do? I'm like, what do you mean? What do I do? I just eat more food. Like, I don't know what you do, but I eat more eggs. I eat more steak. I eat more butter. I drink more butter coffee. I have very clean beef jerky. I have hard cheeses that are grass-fed, olives, because they agree with me. Those are a little bit there and there, though, because I'm starting to learn. You know, I do liver. You know, there's things that I supplement with heart. Like, you know, I use our amazing shakes. Why? Because I'm not perfect, and those things are freaking amazing. There's nothing that compares to them. The incubation process, you know, I still do cellular fasting. Why? Because there's nothing that comes close to it. Not the 16-8, not the 12-5, not the whatever that's out there. There's nothing that compares to a full 48-hour cellular intermittent fast with that good reset and that absorbability. But the key to this all, guys, is to trust in yourself. And the only way that you can keep doing that is to just keep going. The only way to fail at something like this is to literally quit. I don't care if a whole day gets messed up. I don't care if you mess up 2 days. Like, the only way to fully quit is to give up. And if you're part of this community, which is a key part of all this stuff, like, I can't tell you the hours of research that I've listened to. And it has blown my mind how on track we are with, I'm talking like world-renowned functional medicine doctors. I'm talking world-renowned scientists. I'm talking like not these little, you know, like, these people got credibility. And with what they're sharing and the way that they eat and what they're doing, let me tell you something, this is such a perfectly crafted thing. You don't need anything else. That's just my opinion. I'm not here to tell you how to eat, but I know what I'm doing the rest of my life, because I am 42. I have never felt better. I'm ready to go run mountains again. Like, we are going into peak training, Sean. Like, you talked about athleticism. I mean, you know, like, I push the limits on this stuff. And I'll tell you, it just keeps getting better and better and better the more that I do it. So I'm so proud of all of you that shared. Laurel, that is amazing. Like, I can't imagine the relief that is. You know, we've you know, very few of that struggle, and I can recall a couple, and it's just so amazing to know that you guys get your life back. Like, that's the end goal, guys. We all deserve to feel amazing. We all deserve quality of health. We all deserve to go into our 90s, you know, living life, not having to worry about stuff. Like, and if you understand the inner workings, the power of food as your medicine, as your pharmacy, as your way to quality of life every day, the raw power of food. I just hope that you're starting to really grasp the concept that it is your ticket. It is your ticket. And I hope you keep choosing wisely. That's how I'll kind of leave this at tonight, Sean. So, but I'm just so proud of everybody. You know, it's just amazing what's going on. So, but we're on it, man. Keep going.
Jesse, let's unmute and let's let everybody clap for all these superheroes, man. Thank you so much, everyone. Unmute, please.
Beautiful. Beautiful call. Yeah,
Call.
powerful, powerful call tonight, as always.
Love the transformations.
Yep.
Great job,
All right,
everybody.
you guys, thank you so much. Please do jump on Crystal and Susan's call tomorrow night in the group, shreddersunite.com. And Jesse, thank you for that. You gave me the goosebumps. You gave me the, you know, all the warm fuzzies, because even though I've heard you a lot of times, as you talk, I sit there and I go, that's what I want. That's what I dig on. That's what's important to me. That's what I value. I'm so in line with you, you know what I mean? And so I hope everybody feels the same way. It's like, that's me. That's what I'm about. Love you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Nice seeing all of you.